holy name. Oh Lord, praise your holy name. Most high, Lord, for your name is great and greatly to be praised.
I've been so long, so long. Hey.
Monday's Tuesday, Wednesday's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam. The crowd is jumping. The crowd is jumping.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to EveryJaee, where I give a little of me to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I am ready to, I don't want this to act up today. I just don't. I'm trying to be cute. I'm trying to be a godly sexy today. I'm not trying to be. Anyway, it's not what you came here for. If you saw by the title, then you know what this video is going to be about. I'm really excited actually to talk about this, but before we get into this video, please consider joining the fam. Consider joining the fam. We lit over here, okay? We are so lit. We are so positive. If you don't already know, this is a lifestyle channel. So I cover beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and entrepreneurship. Yeah, and we sprinkle a little bit of Jesus throughout this channel too. So if you, anyway, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, please consider joining the family and subscribe to my channel. I am on the road to 300. I know that doesn't sound to some people like a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. It's hard to grow. Okay, let me change my declaration. I am growing. I am a growing channel, so I would love for you to be a part of the fam. Just click the subscribe button down below. Like this video, it helps the algorithm. And please comment in the comment section. I really can't stress that enough, because I really want to chat with you guys. I want to know what you think, and I want to know what you think about the video, any tips, any tricks, any advice, and suggestions. So please feel free to comment down below. All right, y'all, I'm ready to get into this video. This video is going to get a little heavy at times, but then I'm going to also not make it so light and dismiss what I went through and what others went through. So let me go ahead and make that disclaimer now. This is a very serious thing, and this has caused a lot of deaths, and my condolences to the families of individuals that have passed. This is just my story and my experience. I just want to share with you guys how COVID saved my life. Let's get into it. It was Christmas 2021. Quick little backstory. My family, we get together every year and we either do Thanksgiving together or we'll do Christmas together. This year we did Christmas together, and you know, we all were happy to do Christmas together. We were really excited. Like, for some reason this year we were really excited to do Christmas together. So we got together at my brother's house and everybody was fine. Everything was fine. We enjoyed each other, whatnot. Everything was copacetic. Skip past the dinner, the Christmas dinner. We are now at home. Everyone is at their, own homes. And out of nowhere, and I do mean out of nowhere, that's just how it happens. It hit all of us at one time. It hit all of us at one time. My brother called me and he was like, "Hey, Bo, you feel all right?" I'm like, "Nah." I'm starting to feel a little achy. I was feeling very achy. And I was like, I shouldn't be feeling achy right now. So he was like, I feel achy too. And then I asked my other brother. Everybody was feeling some of the same symptoms. So we ended up So eventually we went to go get tested, and my brother went first and he was positive. And I was like, oh man, if he was positive and we were all in the same home together, then we could possibly be positive as well. So I went and I tested positive, and it seemed like after I tested positive, I don't know if anxiety kicked in or what, but I was just kind of in disbelief. And as the days went on, the symptoms increased. It went from just achy to sinus pressure to congestion, other, the symptoms of, it was horrific. It really was. And it got to a point where, actually, I take that back. It wasn't bad in the beginning. I take that back. My symptoms were very mild in the beginning. As the days progressed, it did increase a little bit. But I was recovering beautifully. And that's what I would tell everybody every time they would ask me, "How are you feeling?" I'm feeling okay. It just feels like a normal cold. And that was that. But there was this one particular night. What's going on? I think we're good, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my lights and stuff, but I ended up spiraled down. And this is after almost recovering, because I just had a small cough and minimal pressure in my face. It was bad. I think it was whenever I started to take a bunch of different medications. So I was taking Tylenol cold flu, Tylenol. I was taking a bunch of different medications because I needed and wanted relief. And everything just started to work against each other. So my blood pressure ended up spiking up. And blood pressure is really normal, like 120 over 80 type of normal. But this time it was it might have been 140 over 99. And just aside from it being 140 over 99, I just felt like, I don't know, this anxiety really messes with your mental, for real. Because it's like those highs, I'm feeling okay. I'm not feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. and then you think you're getting better, but then something crashes. My heart was beating extremely. I ain't got time for this light. Y'all, if this light go out, I promise you I'm doing this video with no light and no ambiance. Because I gotta hurry up. And this light don't want me to be great. Okay, let's go. So everything was just spiraling, right? Ended up, praying. And as we began to pray, I started to feel a desperation come over me. And this is what I mean by saved me. Technically, it won't, but God used to save my life. Got roll my sleeves up. So I have been out of God's will for quite some time. And in this video, I'm going to be very honest and very blunt. I was out of God's will because I shut down certain gifts that the Lord had given me. And in doing that, it had come to a screeching halt. Yes, I was still a believer, didn't go backwards, but I wasn't walking in the fullness of God. I wasn't walking in God's will for my life. I was not. I was very complacent and I was very comfortable. And I was a worship leader and I stopped doing that completely. I said, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to sing anymore. No, I don't sing. I just wasn't living in God's will. And, the road had come to an end where God was not going to let me go into 2022 the same. And I appreciate that. I really thank God for not letting me go into this year how I was last year, the year before that. So as I'm laying on the couch, I just feel this impression to just pray and pray and pray. And what I was praying about was, Lord, create in me a clean heart. Lord, help me. God, I surrender. It come to a point where he spoke to me. He said, you have to tap out. And I was like, tap out? But God, I really don't do, what am I doing that's so bad? You're not living in my will. You want to do things your way, in your time. You can't do that. You don't belong to you. You belong to me. And you will do what I say. I was like, Lord, but no, tap out. So the Lord started to take me through a pruning and a process that was so intense. Like God was going to get my attention by any means necessary. At this point, just go. You can go. But the process was very intense. And even though the outcome is beautiful, because I got my zeal back and I got my fire back. I mean, I'm on fire for God. Like, he ain't had to put me on no sick bed, but once. It was intense. Everything about what I went through, the pruning, the process was just so intense. Dehydration. My mouth was so dry. Good God Almighty. It was so dry. My insides felt dry and I was drinking so much water. I mean, so many fluids and just pumping it in me, just pumping it. My taste not my taste, but my appetite. If you ever experienced having no appetite, oh my God, it's the worst. It's the worst. That, and then on top of that, I had diarrhea. Baby. Like the Lord said, I'm about to clean all of this out of you. One, you disobeyed me because I told you to take care of your body way back when, but you didn't. So now I have to detox you. And I mean, it was to the point where I was malnourished. I know that sounds like, girl, look at you now. You's a thick chick. Malnourished. Okay. I couldn't keep nothing in. Every time I would put something in, if it was a piece of banana, for a while, I couldn't eat but a piece of banana. The Lord started speaking to me on my sick bed. He started to speak and speak, and he would give me words for like what's to come, and just, I mean, very like detailed stuff. And I'm like, whew, like I'm hearing so much. And then health is still bad though. My health was still bad. I was like, get me to All Nations Church. Not Dr. Matthew Stevenson, Prophet Mahesh, Pastor Mahesh, and Bonnie Chavda. Get me to the church. So, at this point, I didn't have at that point, but I still had the after effects. So I was I throw that out there before y'all come in my DMs. We're clear, and we went to church for New Year's. And when I tell you, I knew that my healing was attached to going. So in my weakness, I mean, a weakness that I've never felt in my entire life, to the point where like my bones, my muscles were so weak that I barely could walk. My husband had to help me walk. I just thank God for my husband. I'm friends that can pray. First of all, get you some family that can pray, because everybody was praying for me. Like every prayer strengthened me. I thank all of you guys for praying for me during that time, because I don't know if I would have been here without prayer, without surrendering. Anyway, I went to the church, and the Lord just hit me in the middle of service. He just like, it was a fact, y'all. First of all, on New Year's Eve, they turning up, right? Nope, not me. Full worship. I was in a full like fast song. I'm worshiping because I'm in desperation, and I got to get to God. Like I'm warring for my healing at this point. I'm warring for my life. I'm going in for my life. And I felt my strength out of nowhere. Like I felt my strength coming back. I felt like the after effects. I felt everything leaving. And then after that, y'all, after that, the fire that the Lord put and placed in me is, oh my God, it's amazing. I know y'all tired of me playing with this light, but I'm so on fire for God. Saved my life. Going through that, had I not went through that, I wouldn't be here. So all things work together. If I don't know anything else, all things work together for those that love God. I'm telling y'all, it worked out for my good. God is so amazing. I mean, oh, God is so amazing. So I'm saying all this to say, if you are not walking in God's will, it would be in your best interest, because these first 3 months of this year is so important. It's so important to be in God's will right now. At any time, at all time, it's important to be in God's will all the time. But specifically, while this is happening in this world, if you are not in God's will, you're playing Russian roulette. You're playing Russian roulette with your life if you're not in God's will. I thank God for what happened. I do. Because now I'm in a position where I can hear clearly. Y'all, when I say I can't put together the words to express how playtime is over, how being complacent is over, how being out of God's will is done with. No excuse. So I say to you, get in God's will. You need to up your prayer life, increase your fasting, get these worldly desires, get them out. you might not have came. You saw the title, so you came here for this. You came here for this, so I'm going to give it to you. Those desires, get them under control, okay? I'm telling you, God is going to, first of all, he redeems to restore. So I am redeemed, and I went through a restoration process. So I'm just so happy for that. And he will do the same for you. But I don't want you to go through what I went through just to be in God's will. Just give him a yes. Just say yes. Just give up your will. I just encourage you guys. I hope this video wasn't all over the place. Y'all know me. Y'all know me by now. So gist of the video is give God your yes and be for real this time. Okay? Don't just say it with your mouth. Your heart needs to line up. I love you guys. And I thank you guys for everybody that has messaged me, prayed for me. Thank you. Continue to pray for me. I never want this fire to leave. God, I give you my yes. I give you my yes. Oh God, he ain't have to put me on that bed but one time. And I ain't never been sick like that. Uno. I so love you guys. I pray that God just sets you on fire for him. I pray that for y'all. The love that I feel from God, just the peace and the joy. Oh my goodness. When I tell you the joy that comes with giving God a yes, there can be calamity all around. But the joy of the Lord is our strength to make it through. So consider it. At this point, you need to do it. Consider nothing. You need to do it. Okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing to you. You need to do it. I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. I thank you guys for sticking it out this long in this video. If you have not already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Comment down below. Comment down below your thoughts, your concerns, your questions. Comment down below. I'm ready to talk to y'all and see, where we can take this channel. I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Be blessed.